Yo, 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 welcome to the Sound Spectrum podcast, episode 2. I am one of your hosts, God KE, the MC, you know what I'm saying, Lyrical Messiah. Unfortunately, my co host today, DJ Storyteller, has fallen ill, so we were not in the podcast studio today. Uh, y'all send him prayers and everything for him to be feeling better. Ran to a stomach virus, so hope you're feeling better, brother, and we'll see you next time. Today's episode, we're going to have a very special guest. He's going to join us a little bit later. His name is Money, fantastic hip hop artist from New Jersey, but works out of here, VA here. Today's artist profile is going to be the artifacts. Try to keep it artist profile in line with our guests. Artifact is Jersey folks. And our top five today will be top five songs from Jersey artists. The playlist that is accompanied with the podcast soundtrack to episode 2 is just Jersey hip hop. Okay. So I guess while we're waiting on our guest, we will go ahead and start going into the artist profile first. Okay. Now, like I said, the artist profile that we have today is going to be on Artifacts, hip hop group based out of New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, to be specific. And tell you a little bit about them. Give me one quick second. Trying to. Here we go. Here we go. My man, Money. What's up, brother?
What's up, baby? How you doing, friend?
Man, I'm living, brother. I'm living. I'm glad you could be here. Life has been
Yeah.
life today, but we weren't going to let it stop.
Yeah.
I was just letting the folks know that we're going to have you on today. And also, in accordance to having you on, the top five today that we're focusing on is top five songs from artists from Jersey. And I was telling them about the Jersey hip hop a soundtrack to the episode as well. All right, so I'm gonna go right into the profile. We're gonna talk a little bit about our brothers, the Artifacts. I
Mm-hmm.
think they were fabulous hip hop artists. Uh, they get their credit, but like the throwback on Thursday artist profiles for artists we feel are fantastic. Maybe they've not gotten enough flowers. As a crew, they put out lots of different mixtapes, things like that, but officially only had like 3 albums.
Right.
Two in the 90s, and then they dropped that one. I think it was 21, 22, something like that.
I believe that was 23.
Right before with Buck Wild, the no expiration date,
Right.
and just their first album was called Between a Rock and a Hard Place. Classic. It had some bangers up there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, few notable ones that I like to talk about, or of course, everyone knows Wrong Side of the Tracks. That was an awesome lead off single. I
Yeah,
think it
that
was
was.
perfect.
I felt like that one should have took off for them, man. But I mean, it did
I
its justice, but still,
yes,
you know.
yes. Then they followed that up with "Come On with the Get Down," another funky song. Another really good song I like off that album is "Attack from New Jerusalem." "Attack of New
Mm-hmm.
Jerusalem," dope song. Their second album was called "That's Them." They had that banging single, "The Ultimate."
Yeah.
That was crazy work.
Yeah.
"This Is the
Facts.
Way" is dope. They had "Return to the Wrong Side," and then they also had the Artifacts on that project too, which was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last project that they released as a group was the Expiration Date. Buck Wild did the beats on that one, and they had a really dope song called "Better Music," and they had a really cool posse song, "Real Rap," that featured Razkaz and another artist that was very very dope. But now that we have our guest here, let's first give him a proper introduction. This is Money, fabulous hip hop artist. You know, born in New Jersey, but like I said, he's kind of a Virginian now by default. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. He's been repping with us just as hard as Jersey, which we definitely appreciate.
For sure.
Um, Being that my partner's not here, I'll do the top five with you, and I know that doesn't give you a lot of time to think about, so you have to be on the fly. I will give you my partner's top five. His top five Jersey songs is um five. He has Whitney Houston, "I Want to Dance with Somebody." That's a pretty good song. Whitney Houston from Jersey. That's rocks out.
Mm-hmm.
4, he has Queen Latifah's "UNITY." His third song is Lauryn Hill, "Nothing Even Matters," that features D'Angelo. She's also a fabulous Jersey artist. His second one is Frankie Valli's "Can't Take My Eyes Off You," which is funny because Lauryn Hill also did a cover of that on her project.
Mm-hmm.
And then his number one Jersey song is "Get Down on It" by Kool and the Gang, which is all you can't complain. Mine, uh, I did less hip hop on my top five because the whole soundtrack was on
Right.
uh, that one. So I said I put five. Bruce Springsteen's "Dancing in the Dark." That was a huge song. Bruce Springsteen is a huge Jersey artist,
Yeah.
and I know.
A lot
I
of
also
people don't
have,
know that. That's crazy. A
yeah.
lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people also don't know that Frank Sinatra's not from New York. He's from New Jersey.
Crazy.
Yeah. So like, and that's one.
Migrated over.
Yeah, yeah. That's another reason why I didn't have him on the top five because that would have almost taken a lot of the songs. But I'm a huge fan of Frank Sinatra and Nancy Sinatra's "Bang Bang." Come on, that beat is crazy. All right, so for 4, I got "Everything Is Everything," a Lauryn Hill song, which is crazy. 3, I got Blues Travelers "Runaround," great song. Number 2, I got "Naughty by Nature" Hip Hop Hooray. Come on. And it easily could have been one, but my number one was
Mm-hmm.
"I Will Always Love You," the cover of Dolly Parton's song that Whitney Houston did, which I don't know. You can't really complain on her being number one.
Right.
But that, like I said, the soundtrack itself has a bunch of dope songs, like from more, like I
Yeah. I
said,
was
it's
I
more
was
like hip.
listening. I was listening
Yeah,
to it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like "Can't Wait," Red Man, great song, or Pace One's "I Declare War," which oh god, I love that song. But what about you, brother? What are your top five songs from artists out of Jersey, my friend?
Oh man. Oh man. My top five. I'm gonna go five. Whitney Houston. I will always love you.
Yeah, that's a good song.
I'm gonna go four. Um. Everything is everything by Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I'm gonna go three. Everything is gonna be all right by Naughty by Nature.
Oh yeah, and without a shadow of a doubt, I got "Ghetto Bastards" is on the playlist, by the way, because yeah,
Right.
I love
Right.
that
Right.
song, bro.
Right. Um. I mean, I gotta, because I recite it still to this day. UNITY by the
Oh,
Queen,
without a
of
doubt.
course.
Yes.
And I mean, this is kind of biased, but
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's probably my favorite song from Jersey. It was filmed in my hometown, of course, in my
Absolutely.
hood where I'm from and shit. So, and I remember it like it was yesterday. So
Yeah.
that one resonates more than obviously the rest of them. But yeah, that'll be
Absolutely.
my top
Absolutely.
five.
I gotta be honest, man. That I liked the first Red Band album,
Yeah.
but there is a dark side. Changed it for me. I was
No,
like,
no, for
no, yeah,
sure,
this is
for
my guy.
sure. Yeah, for sure.
And,
I mean,
and,
cause
and, and he opened up a whole new bag with that joint,
he
bro,
did,
and
he
just
did.
and never stopped.
Right,
And that
that's a
album
fact.
has classics
Yeah,
through the roof.
Rockefeller, a bunch of them up
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. There's a Dark Side was the one, man, for sure.
Even the
What?
album cover, everything about it was dope.
Right,
Tape
right,
was red, you know what I mean?
right,
Everything about it.
right.
Def Jam did their thing with the marketing of that, and then they marketed "Month of the Man" with those two projects, and then look what
Yeah,
it gave us. It gave us two artists that became brothers. You know what I'm saying?
facts, facts. Yeah, facts.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely, yes.
yeah,
So
man.
that's the way we begin our show, and so now that you're here, we're gonna go straight into the interview section.
Where?
First and foremost, let the people know how you started in the game, how long you've been doing this, how'd you get your start, um, so everyone can know. Like you've been around for a long time. You've done
Mm-hmm.
a lot of really good work. You're out here doing God's work on stages all over the place. You're opening for major artists everywhere, um, and you always offer quality music. So tell everybody know where you got your start from, bro.
Um. Well, the backtrack. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. I moved to Virginia when I was a teenager. Obviously, I was always influenced by music because of who my uncle is, but I just never took it serious myself.
Absolutely,
Once I got
absolutely. And
Yeah,
for
once
those
I
that
moved.
don't know, let them know because I didn't want to be. Let them know who your uncle
Oh yeah,
is.
Red Man Funk Doc. That's my uncle, man.
Yep,
Brick City all day.
all day.
Um, but yeah, I moved down to Virginia, man, and I met some solid individuals who are still my brothers to this day, including yourself. Shout out
Appreciate
to
you.
Triumph, Triumph Marcellus. That's my dog.
Yep.
I mean, we connected from the jump. Became a clique. Enterprise ETP.
Hmm.
We still rolling. Yeah, and originally I was his hype man at first,
Okay.
doing shows for Norfolk State and things of that nature, whatever the case may be. And then we became roommates. Starting putting
Hmm.
shit together with each other. Just prepping ourselves, doing interviews and things of that nature to make sure that we was ready, man. And then one thing led to another. We came up with the song called Go.
Hmm.
Shout out to Ghost Walker, the producer that produced that. Yeah, man, and it was an instant hit, man. We just we did a lot of this shit with no managers.
Yeah.
Just researching, doing a lot of groundwork ourselves. So we met up with Pat Charles, who was at that time a ESPN, I mean, excuse me, a BET executive. So we went out to DC and performed for him. We performed, and he rocked with the record, but he was like, y'all, I don't like your appearance. Y'all looked a little out of shape or whatever the case may be. We went back to the drawing board, I think maybe 2 to 3 months later. And when we showed up, we didn't even have to perform. You know what I'm saying? We showed up, we
He
did what
saw
he
the
asked
difference.
us
He
to
was ready
do.
to
He
rock.
saw,
Yeah.
he saw the difference. And he was like, well, I already know the song. I don't need y'all to perform no more. I'll see
Yeah.
y'all on such and such date. So, one thing led to another. So then that's when it really started making us take it even more serious because, we was getting, you know, national notarization, you know what I mean? So he's
Yes.
just like, wow,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? So once we got up there, took it one step at a time. At that time I was working at Sprint, so I had a lot of people like just following us, and Triumph had already had a name for itself as well. So Virginia, held us down, man. They showed a lot of love. We went up there, we won, got
Yes, you
invited
did.
back, and then we won again, you know what I'm saying? And won $5,000 that next time, got a trophy, got a bunch of little like gift cards and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Mainly the experience was dope. I seen Benny Siegel. I seen a lot of different artists when I was there. Roxy, Terrence. Yeah, it was a bunch of people, man. So it was
Yeah.
just a dope experience, man. And then we got back to the drawing board. We came home, put together a few albums, under Enterprise. Put a couple of mixtapes. Traveled up and down the East Coast. We had a nice run, man. Again, we just was doing a lot of this with no management, just kind of like brother to
Figuring
brother
out as you
type
go.
thing.
Trust me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
figuring out as we go. So, one thing led to another. I mean, we not all of us are not doing music no more, but I mean, I feel like the inspiration is still in them. I'm gonna probably do it, to rest my soul, because I love it,
Absolutely. You know, that's how it
and
get down. Man. This is a lifelong sentence, man. This is a
right,
true.
right, right.
I married hip hop from the first time I touched the mic, and
Facts,
it's
facts.
I can never give it up. So
Right,
I
right.
get it.
Whatever comes with it comes with it. You know what I'm saying? But
Absolutely.
mainly for the love. Triumph definitely has been tapping back in, man. He back outside, man. So shout out to
Okay.
him. Shout
Yeah.
out to my
Shout out to
brother,
Triumph.
yeah, D'Angelo Xavier, man. He always keeps me motivated.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
that's
have.
that's my dog.
Speaking of D'Angelo Xavier, I have a question about that. Like, how does y'all link up? Because y'all got a lot of music together, and it's all fire. I
Man,
mean,
salute the
from
bro,
from
man.
either
Salute the
from
bro.
top tier when you're just doing the hook,
Right.
or the other joints that y'all have done, which is a lot. I can't name them all, but
Yeah,
I
man.
like top tier because the fact that you're only doing the hook, but you still the presence of you on the song is still
Yeah,
felt
man.
so
Right. Let's love,
heavy.
man. I mean, we
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
we did
And
a
he's
lot,
and he's
man.
dope. He's a dope artist too.
That's my dog, man. I mean, we originally linked up because of Red Carpet Club during the time. Shout out to Red Carpet Club. That
Red
was a
Carpet Club, absolutely, yeah.
yeah, that was those the guys as well. But he's that's his cousins. You know what I'm saying? So we
Hmm.
actually linked up one day for a studio session, just writing. You know what I'm saying? And we was all in there writing. He was there with us, not knowing he was writing, but he basically was prepared for the moment. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't for him type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So then we let him know like, yo, we actually need another verse for this. D'Lo, what you think about? His name was D'Angelo Xavier at the time. I mean, therapist at the time. So I asked him, how you feel about it. He was already ready and prepared. So from that point on, man, me and him just been locked in ever since, man. He's damn near put me on every album that he has. I had an EP out, I put him on mine, and it's just vice versa. We put each other on shows, and we just we basically like like not to compare, but we our relationship is very very tight knit, like a meth and red. I know me and Triumph is the same way, but it's the same way with D'Angelo Xavier as well. You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? So how
Especially
we
because like
mesh,
you and yeah, you and Triumph, y'all are actually formed like an official group. You and
yeah,
Xavier is not official. It's just the
right,
energy you can tell.
right, right,
Like y'all can put out a project and people would think y'all been a group for years, but
right,
it's not necessarily the case.
right.
It's just that, but y'all energy is so interconnected.
Facts, facts.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a
which is
fact.
good. There's a lot. I have a lot of artists that like that with me. Like even with the when it counts like the Avenging Angels Productions, the whole crew of Avenging Angels Click. Like it's not a label, nothing like that. But the amount of
Right,
artists I work with, they'll always be Avenging Angels to me, whether that's their thing or not. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
Including you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From all the stuff that we've
I'm
done.
about to say,
But
yeah, we got a lot of stuff too.
yeah,
That
the
too,
only
man.
thing we still haven't got, we haven't ever got that Sagittarian project. But
I mean,
eventually it'll come.
it'll come. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
we got to talk about that. We
yeah,
definitely got to
definitely,
talk about that and
definitely.
put not even talk about it, but put it in the works, man. Put it in the
Got you.
works.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
So,
man.
kind of on that same page, because I have this here as a question, being that you've done them both in groups and solo,
But
what are a few of the pros and cons of being in a group compared to being a solo artist and vice versa?
hmm, um, I guess the pros to being in a group, man, is two minds more is more than one brain thinking. You know what I'm saying? So it's two
Yeah, yeah.
minds putting shit together. Energy, obviously, cohesiveness, creativity, all those things, align with, being in a group. I guess the cons of it is, we at the end of the day, we still have our own individual lives to live. We have families,
Fact.
we have goals, individual goals, what I'm saying, that may be different from each other. What I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we always, understand that, it's love for this. And, when we get down to the get down, it's always gonna be what it is. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we
Absolutely.
have that understanding, then it can never, you know, what's understood will never got to be spoken on. You know what I mean?
That's right. What's understood don't ever be spoken on because understood is overstood, and then that's what it is.
Right. I guess the pros to being a an individual artist is you can move freely. You can do what you want to do. I mean, obviously like other people's input on or your peers input on shit, but at the same time you can do what you want to do, and it's not really a I have to answer to anybody or even have a opinion from someone else. I could just do what I want to do, type of thing. Your creativity
Facts.
comes at different times then too. Shit, I'm driving on the way to work, or just randomly playing with the kids, and bars or whatever come to mind, or thoughts or ideas. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Absolutely.
things like that are more the pros as far as being a artist, a solo artist. The cons is it gets the shit get lonely sometimes. You know what I mean? And
Yes,
you
it
know, you
does, my
gotta you
friend.
gotta
Yes, it
you
does.
gotta motivate yourself sometimes, and even that sometimes that don't work, or getting it from outsource, it don't work. You know what I mean? So it's just, I mean, I feel like that's the major one, and then having the time, to we get 24 hours in a day, and just trying to take advantage of that full 24. Whether it's work, family, or making sure I get a podcast in, or get the studio hours in. Just making sure you being dedicated and pushing yourself, man.
Yeah, and not
That's
to
that's
mention,
that's what I think.
absolutely, and also to mention because you mentioned it about being in family, but other things like, I mean, yes, your money, hip
Right,
hop artist extraordinaire, but
right,
your son, your
right.
brother,
Mm-hmm.
your father, your husband. There's a lot of hours in the day, but it's not as much as you think when you're doing that
Not
many
as much as
different
you
things.
think when you're right. That's a fact.
Yes,
Because they
yeah.
all
So
take up they all take up his own,
their
individual
own
time
time,
that
their
adds
own
up.
energy,
Right.
and all of it's important because each thing that you're doing is important. So you
Right.
can't slack on one
Right.
to be for the other because everything is how you become a person, totally encompassing
Facts.
all of it.
Yep.
So I definitely understand. Shout out to the
Yeah.
whole Pair family, by the way. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? You know
definitely.
how I get down.
Shout out to the Pear family.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Uh, let's see. What made you choose hip hop? I know, like your uncle rapped, and of course we all love it. But when I know you, like I said, you started taking it serious a little bit later. But what was
Mhm.
in? When was the? You got the? You know what? Yeah, no, this is what I want to do for
Hey,
sure.
you know, it's crazy you ask that, man, because I mean, I'm more of an, I'm, I wouldn't say now, but starting out, I was more of an R&B fan. You know what I mean? So, you know, I grew up off
Mhm.
the Whitney Houston, the the Lauryn Hills, and you know things of that nature. Even the old school songs. You know what I'm saying? The stylistics, the whispers, and things of that nature. So I was always brought up in that element. You know, my mom putting me to sleep to that. So that was embedded in me. I mean, as far as the hip hop thing go, man, you know, obviously, you know, the red situation, you know, had its, you know, took its course on me. But I think, man, just being around it, man, being around it, like being around Triumph and them and seeing the energy and the love and you know the creativity behind it. I'm like, man, I feel like I can do this. You know what I'm saying? And them pushing me, you know what I'm saying, as well, and motivating me. It's just like, hey, well, maybe we can take this, or I can take this serious, more serious than I, you know, started out, you know, doing. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
yeah, man.
Okay. And it's not like you haven't dropped quality work. That's another thing. Like, and a lot of artists don't understand, especially for those that were lucky enough to get signed or had the financial backing that guys like us didn't always have,
Right.
where they always were able to do stuff. Like I have only been in music full time twice in my lifetime. Besides that, I always had to have a job because I'm a dad and things like that. And like you were talking about doing things without management and on your own. Sometimes it's like blind leading the blind, but you figure
Hell
things out
yeah.
on your own. You figure out a way to
Yeah.
make it work.
Yeah.
And a lot of times without those connections, you're like you're left out in another side of the room. We have to work three times as hard.
That's a fact.
But when you
That's a
love it,
huge fact.
you're gonna keep doing it because you know your chance is gonna happen. And
Yeah.
also, like me, you see all these grades. The blessing with you is you still look 20, dog. They'll
I don't
never
know
be able to
where,
age
and
you.
it's crazy, man. Huh?
They will never be able to age you. You can come out as
Yeah,
a new
man.
artist now. We can say you're 22 and the world will believe it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
And have
Yeah.
a 50-year run, which is shameful because music shouldn't be about age anyway. They don't do that in rock and roll and
Right,
country.
man. It's
They do
crazy,
that
right?
with
Ain't
our
that's like my biggest, not to cut you off, big bro, but
yeah,
that's like my biggest like pet peeve or yeah, man, that's like my biggest pet peeve with this. Like, you know, you have R&B artists, rock and roll artists who tour damn near, you know, until they in the coffin. You know
yeah.
what I'm
Rolling
saying? But then
Stones are
when it
still
comes
touring, man. Those guys are old as shit.
right, if I'm able to do it, if I'm staying in shape, if I can get on stage and perform, now I can understand if I'm getting up there giving you bullshit, and then it's only right that you know, throw the lemons or whatever at me. You know what I mean? But it's like, come on, man. If I'm out performing, put him like, you know, like Red, for instance. You know what I'm saying? Doc, he's still out there performing. Man. He overseas right
And
now.
he
You
looks
know what I'm
great,
saying?
man.
Look great. You
That
know what I'm saying?
vegan
If I'm
body
in
and
shape
everything.
doing that, like, yeah, you
He
got to
was
give me
being
my
paid
respect
right
for that.
now. Like he's
Yeah,
doing his
man.
thing. But
Yeah, it's a job at the end of
I
the
don't
day. You know
you
what I
gotta think
mean?
about yeah. Bothers me and people don't understand sometimes is this. Two things. And other art forms, think about Samuel Jackson really didn't even get his pure shine until he was well
40s
after
to his
40.
40s to his
You know what I'm
40s.
saying?
Yeah.
Sorry if you hear voice in the background. I happen to be
No,
at my
that's all
aunt's
good.
house. We were
It's
going to
all
be in the
good.
studio today, but like I said, with him getting sick, when they came to my aunt's house, my cousin, my sister, and all of them are down. So I'm surrounding a house full of families,
It's all
which
good.
is
We got to it, man. We got to it.
yeah, yeah. But what was I saying? Oh, like age shouldn't make it. There's guys that sometimes don't get that perfect role until later, or even artists
Right.
like Johnny Cash was huge. Remember that huge uplift he did with that last album when he redid those songs and like that. Like he was like 60, 70 years old. Tony Bennett
Right.
dropped the album at that, but
Right.
people still can
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it. Why is it that our culture they try to divide to being only young?
Always,
Because that's
man.
not the thing.
Always.
Because old heads are still killing it. Kane is killing it. Kane show, and he don't use no backup track. Kane is just doing it. You
As
know what
you
I'm
can
saying?
tell, that the
LL
love
can
of
do
it,
it.
man. Right. Right.
Uh, the Woo shows are still fantastic. You know what I mean? And
Right.
yeah,
Right.
I don't understand. I mean, I understand the politics behind why they try to do it because it is a music form and an art form basically around people that look like us and of color.
Right. Right.
But yo, there should be no division between young and old because we all can learn from each other.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I was
That's
one
a
of
fact.
those old type of get off my lawn hip hop dudes for a while, just because
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't relate to the music. But once you listen to it and start paying attention as your kids get a little bit older and stuff like that, and you see that these people are only identifying to what they know, they're not
Right,
going to identify to what I know. So you have to
right,
be able
right,
to understand them to be able to get it. And then the more you open up to it, also the more you're going to be inclined to enjoy it. So then I've been
right,
able
man.
to enjoy some of the younger
Right.
artists now
Right.
without
It's so
always
it's
being
so
like, this
many
ain't.
it's so many versions of music, bro, that have its own uniqueness, man.
Very true.
That's what I feel like a lot of people are, afraid to accept, man. Just same way when we came up on music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our parents wasn't even listening to hip hop. They
No,
was R and
they didn't
B,
want no
straight
parts of that.
R&B. So there was
Yeah,
a culture change then the same way it's a culture change now. And it's our job, like you said, man. We gotta embrace it, man, and appreciate the uniqueness of its, how it's being made now as opposed to how it was being made before, man.
correct. And
You know what
also,
I'm
we got
saying?
to get
It's a
over the
bigger
fact
picture.
because, like, I think a lot of it started because like it took so much to get in the game before.
Right,
Like before you could even hit an open mic
right,
or even anything, you had to kind of be known.
right.
Now people make music in the house, nobody knows them, they drop a song. But they sometimes I feel like they're missing a component
Yeah,
because people get a hit and then they don't know how to perform, they don't know how to do these
right,
things. So
right,
do it and enjoy the craft, but respect the craft. So the ones
right,
that are doing it in the house and respect the craft, I love their music. Those that are doing it looking for a hit, I love what you got to do too. Make your money, but anything that you do has to be for more than money in order for it to be important.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But we all need money, that's for sure.
yep. That's a fact.
Uh, and that no pun intended, we do need money, including we need your music as well. Um, let's see. Next question. Next question. 4 Bar Friday, something you've been doing for a while. You have an
Wow.
intricate
Yeah,
connection with that 4 Bar Friday. Let the
yeah.
people know how that started and how you were able to build that relationship with Dame and all those folks over there at 4 Bar Friday and how it not necessarily propelled because that's not what I'm saying. But even
Right,
when in a period of time when you weren't necessarily dropping music, people could always hear something from a 4 Bar Friday from you. Tell
right.
everybody about your experience with that.
Um. So Football Friday is basically every Friday they look, for different thousands of submissions. Artists would drop 4 bars over a beat or a cappella or whatever the case may be. And out of them thousand that are, submitted, with
Hmm.
the hashtag or whatever the case may be, the tag 4 Bar Friday, they look through those and they pick a top four. Originally I was watching it. Shout out to Cheesy. Cheesy's So Dope was originally doing it, and I decided to do it one day, and I got recognized for it. And then one thing led to another. Me and her started linking up even more. And I came up with a song called 4 Bar Friday.
Hmm.
Um, and and I just wanted just me and her, so we went back and forth on it, boom, 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 just going back and forth on the beat. And then we pitched it to Damian Lillard, and once it got to Dame, man, he put it on. That was his one of his first songs he put on his own SoundCloud. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So yeah, the 4 Bar Friday song got on his platform. Shout out to Clicking Sparks too. That's my dog, man. He made the beat. He gave me the beat. I asked him, I told him what I wanted, and he gave me exactly what I needed. And like I said, yeah, that opened the door with the 4 Bar Friday thing. And then every week I just started submitting, and slowly but surely, I just started getting recognized. Got recognition from Dame. I got to rap for him live. I've been to a couple of games. I met his cousins. There's a lot of different. He done sent me sneakers, Dre B
Yeah.
headphones, all different types of stuff, man. So the love is definitely genuine. He's a real one. I appreciate every opportunity and door that he's open for me, man. And it's still, we still locked in, man. Still locked in.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dane, man. And I just as
You
crazy
know.
started that because I just started back up for about Friday, last Friday. And I just got to make sure I stay consistent with it because, like you said before, man, there's a lot of people that see me and be like, "Yo, you still doing it?" Boom, 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 and
Yeah.
that. Them saying that I appreciate it, but that ain't what I want to hear from them. I want them to be able to see it, and me, executing the way I'm supposed to be. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So,
I
shit
got to give
happens.
you credit. I got to give you credit for this, not to cut you off. But another thing, a lot of people who have achieved the amount of success that you had, as far as like you and Triumph going and winning on 106 in Park and your
Mhm.
4 by Friday, they would be standoffish or they would seem to be standoffish. That's never been your character. All that you've accomplished in music has never stopped you from being the person you are. So that's why it's definitely a situation where, um, give me 1 second.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, you mind if we shut the door, guys? Okay. Uh, so sorry about that.
You good?
Sorry, America. But but no, a lot of people would be like, like the shit didn't stink. They were above other people, things like that. But none of that. The successes have made you any less humble, any less approachable. If not, it's like it seems like it's opened you up to more. Like so now you're like, well, you know what? Because I can potentially help somebody else do something else, and it's amazing. Like I said, it has a lot to do with the character. Shout out to your mom because she raised a good one. You know what I'm saying? But
Shout out
overall,
to Dukes.
uh, yeah, a lot of, and it's funny because like even us as independent artists, a lot of times we've worked with major artists that live off music all the time. That doesn't mean that we're gonna be living off
Right,
music,
right,
and
right.
it shows that we have what it takes. It shows that the other artists respect us, but it's nobody's responsibility to put us on. That's on us.
On
And a
us.
lot of people
That's
feel
right.
like, oh my God, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? That's Redman nephew. Why isn't he on? What does that got to do with anything?
What does that got
They're
to do with
family. That
anything?
has nothing to do with
Hey, that's
anything.
it. Unc, like I just told you earlier, Unc's still overseas right now. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
grinding,
So
getting it in.
Ronnie, yeah. So yeah, I
So
gotta
why would
get
I
mine.
be not expected to grind
Right,
myself?
right. That right
It's
there is
it's
a prime. I'm glad you said that, bro. That is a prime example, man. For anybody
yeah,
watching or anybody tuning in later, that is a prime example right there. Everybody got their own grind, man. Just
yeah.
because you know this person or you affiliate with this person, if you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing, it don't
Never,
work that way. It don't
no,
work
it
that way.
doesn't. It doesn't.
It don't work that way,
And
man.
no, not at all. And you shouldn't expect it. I know a lot of people feel like well, you got to pull everybody up, but the not Nip said it. Everybody can't go. And that's not, so I'm not trying to be funny. You got to
Right.
show you want it first
You
and
got to.
foremost,
That's a
and
fact.
then
That's a
people
fact.
will always one family. Not saying it's a tricky thing, but there's a lot of times I know what came to me. I didn't work with family members not because I didn't want to work with them,
Right.
because I didn't even want to cross that in with family. Because family is
Hmm.
very important, and I don't want us to have a business issue, and then it be something different and it affect the love that we have with family. You got to be able to separate. Not everybody can.
Right.
But yeah, the 4 Bar Fridays have always been dope. The stuff that you've done with TZ has been dope. Um, I was listening to a couple of songs. I tried to get acclimated with each artist. I know your stuff, but just with 10 Rap Commandments, crack,
Thank you,
handsome,
bro.
dope, and I
Thank you,
love the
bro.
picture. The baby picture cracks me up. And then not to mention, like, I knew about some of the songs that you had with D'Angelo Xavier, but I didn't know it was as extensive until I did the deep dive for the show.
Yeah, man. Me and bro,
And I'm telling
man,
you, man,
locked in,
you
man. Me and
guys
him are locked
sound,
in, man.
you guys have a real synergy with y'all, man. For
I
real, for
appreciate
real.
that, man. I'm gonna make sure I let him know, man.
Definitely,
Appreciate that,
definitely,
man.
definitely. I'm a holler and try to get him on too, because like I think that's another connection. Also, get him some beats and stuff too, because I like the way he spits.
Right, for
You
sure,
know what I'm
for
saying?
sure. Yep.
Um, okay. Let's see. What's gonna be next for you? I know you're doing a lot of shows. You're in the lab working. You're doing what you gotta do. Do you have a project coming out pretty soon, or are you on the timeline like
Um,
me, where you're like you release singles as they come, and then the project will work itself out because the people will let you know when they want a project out.
kind of both, kind of both, bro. But to answer your question, I want to put out. It's more of a it's like a jacking for beats type of thing,
Okay.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be called hip hop heist.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So I got
Yeah.
that. I mean, I got all the songs done for it. I got just got the cover art done, so I'm gonna drop that. I have at least 8 tracks with Point Guard. Shout out to Point Guard. I have eight
Shout out
tracks
to
with Point
Point.
Guard.
Yeah.
I think I've 5 of them are actually fully done. So I just got to get the other 3 done. And then I have a money EP as well that I just basically been putting songs in and out.
Yeah.
Going in and out, just switching shit out, seeing which ones I want to put in it because I got a lot of original tracks too. And yeah, so I plan on dropping all those, man, within
Got you.
these next I want to say probably within this next 6 months to a year, man.
Bet. Bet.
I
And
just
speaking
did
of point guard talk, since you mentioned point guard, this is me with you and Sick. Crazy on a point track. Crazy. And
shout out to Sick. Shout out to Sick, man.
shout out
That's
to
my
Sick, of
motherfucking
course.
dog, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
I do, man. I love that brother beyond music and stuff, of
For
course, like
sure.
that.
That's a fact. That's a
On
fact. He know
one,
he know it. He know it from both of us. He know
yeah,
the
yeah,
love
yeah,
and he
without a
love the
doubt.
know
Like,
it.
I mean, one, we went to high school together.
Right.
Even though we weren't always in the same circles, but we also kind of came up in the same crew, not crew, but because like he was always with Unknown Dynasty, messed with Hashish and his brother and all them. But when it came to Tremendous Entertainment, we were throwing parties when the young, I'm talking about 95,
Right.
96.
Right.
We
Right.
were doing that as well. And as I always mention, more than even the music, I think Sick is a treasure to this community because of
Yeah,
the
man,
work
for
that he
sure.
puts in.
For sure.
And
He's Newport News Nipsey, for sure.
without a shadow of a doubt,
For
without a
sure.
shadow of a
Yes.
doubt.
Yeah.
And like when we had the summer camp for the kids with behavioral and anger issues,
Right.
and I called them, came talk to the kids because everyone always gets the teachers, the
Right.
doctors, things like that.
Right.
I
Right. Right.
wanted someone that they could relate to,
Right.
and he talked to the kids about entrepreneurship and
Yeah.
about you don't have to be this way to do it.
Yeah.
And he had those children encapsulated
They was
in,
locked in.
they were locked in
Energy, bro. It's energy, man. People don't
because
believe in
they
that,
saw.
man.
Love you, man. Love you too. No, because they they could not only could they see themselves in him,
Right.
but they could see like, no, I don't have to go the college route, or I don't have to do that. I could still be a success.
Right.
And by no means is this brother not a success. Not only from
Mm-hmm.
music, but the clothing line. He has two bricks and mortar stores, not one but two. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Peace Rally was just this Saturday.
19th peace rally. Like, yeah, man.
19th.
Yeah. 19th,
19th in the
man. Yeah.
game, bro.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and so
Teaching the
uh
kids. He still do the boxing thing with the kids too. Like, yeah.
still do the boxing,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And also what he's been able to do with the producers and the beat battle culture, the spike back. So like he's the gift that keeps on giving. I remember one time I told him we were outside talking in the studio. He shut the store down. We were outside talking for like 2 hours. And I was like, sometimes I wish you would have left because
Yeah.
I don't think Newport News deserves you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? For real, for real.
Yeah.
Because like you love the city. You are the town. And I don't know if they
They
truly
don't appreciate
understand.
it, man. Don't nobody rep Newport News like him, man.
No, hell no.
Nobody. I don't give a damn where he at. He gonna shout it.
Yeah,
He in the
man,
courtroom. Nah, I mean, you know what I mean. Not in the
bro.
courtroom, but hopefully he won't have
Yeah,
to be there. I'm just saying. You
but
gonna
yeah,
know he from
wherever.
Newport News. You know what I mean? Wherever
Yeah,
he at,
wherever
church or
he's at,
wherever.
wherever he's at,
Yeah,
people know where he's from, know what he stands about, and
yeah,
uh, and that's why you can. It is nothing to support a brother like that
yeah.
because
Facts.
at least if you're real with yourself, you're always going to support the real anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that song is dope. You were working with Point Guard. What's the newest joint that you dropped with Point Guard? Is Do You Remember?
Um, do you believe? Or that's what
Do You
me and
Believe? I'm sorry.
D'Angelo.
Do You
Matter of fact,
Believe? Yeah,
yeah, that's what me and D'Angelo. Matter of fact, yeah, that
D'Angelo's on
was
that song. That song is
yeah,
crazy too.
yeah, man. We was in the sparring match on that, man.
Yeah. But that's the
I
thing. You're never scared to do a song with anybody because you know that you want the best out of them. You're going to bring the best. And a lot of people run away from collaborations. You're not one
and
that
that's
doesn't.
that's why me and D'Lo are like this.
Oh,
You know, we
but
we understand this intimidation shit, man. A lot of people,
yeah,
not to cut you off, bro, but a lot of people be intimidated. I'm not saying of us, but just of the energy of the the
absolutely.
connection. And when I come into the studio, how I'm coming, one
Not coming
taking
to
it, I'm
play.
bringing it in. I'm not coming to play.
Yeah.
Time is money, man. So
What
if you
did Cole
can't,
say on Johnny Peace Caddy? When I come, I'm on 10, not 9. Period.
yeah,
I'm here.
yeah,
I'm here
every
to show what
time,
I gotta do.
every single time, man. And that's why I appreciate artists like yourself, D'Angelo Xavier. When I call sick for SME, man, he came in there on 1,000.
Yeah.
Came in there on 1,000.
Anybody me too.
Laid the verse, body the verse, and then left. a
Yeah.
thousand. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? So respect to all the bros, man, that take this shit seriously, man, and do it. And, not only do it for the love, but appreciate this shit, man, because it's just different. It's different. It's different.
Yes. It is. It is. And it's also good to see people garnering success that did it the right way. Because
Right.
there's a lot of people that cheat the game.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
I
For
believe
sure.
he's cheated the game. I know Point didn't cheat the game. P Easy, none of the guys that I know, none of the people that I love and support have cheated the game. Joe Tracks,
hmm
they didn't cheat the game.
Shout
You
out
know
to
what I'm saying?
Man. Tracks, what up?
So I get excited about talking to brother. I know cats will be like, well, it's not always a love fest, but why is it the brothers always got to be combative? Like,
Right.
yes, this is a,
Right, man.
a, a competitive sport, and we go at each other, but we should still do
Yeah.
whatever they can. And
That's a
most
fact.
importantly, just as a people, you got to understand what they've done to try to separate us in the first place, always making us be each other's enemy. And that we do more together than we'll ever do apart.
Right.
I poke you a million times comparing to punching you, which one's going to hurt more. The more you have behind it, it's going to work.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I love and sometimes hate Newport News and Virginia in general, because we have entirely too much talent not to have just have taken over this game. Period. People, other cities have had smaller talent
It's
and built
nothing like
bigger
the seven.
scenes than
It's
us,
nothing like
which
Virginia,
makes
bro.
no sense.
Right, because
I
there's
can
only
name
it's
off
only
20
right.
guys
There's only one
right off
city
the
that's
top of
doing it.
my head in a 15-mile radius that could body just about anybody in the game right now, and we're all in the same spot.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we gotta do better. Six said, "Let's get this money together." That's the goal. Let's do it. Let's do what we gotta do. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
So speaking of that, being I know we and kind of natural, you just led these all right into these questions, brother. Um, being that you have been able to do many collaborations, talk about some of your. I know you don't want to talk about. I'm not gonna say some of your favorite, but just talk about some that you really enjoyed the experience and maybe a collaboration for somebody that you may not have known as well. It turned out to be that great, or turned out to be something bigger than you thought, or just to, you kind of said it a little bit about the sparring and how you want to bring it on, but
Right.
tell the people why you enjoy collaborating so much.
I mean, just for one, the energy, for one. For two, I know we both coming with it. You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be high expectations, but there's also gonna be great results. You know what I'm saying? So when you go into something with that high expectation and you already and not already but deliver after the fact, it's just a sigh of relief, man. So I just appreciate that in itself. You know what I mean? And
Yes, sir.
when we do get to collab, we bring out other ideas of shit that we could do, in the future, or business deals right then and there. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
everything revolves around itself when it comes to collabing. We hitting or we missing. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
main thing is we taking the shot. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. Because you know what, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
that's a fact. That's a fact. So yeah, some of my, I mean, as far as my favorites, um, yeah, man. Every time I'm with D'Lo, man, it's always a dope vibe. When Sick
And
came,
you could hear it in the song too.
right, right. When Sick came, it was dope. That was our first time because we be around each other so much. That was our first time in the studio recording together. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope energy there.
Yeah,
Trying, with trying, we always, push each other to the fucking limit.
absolutely.
My homie Steve-O, Peak City
Oh, from
Steve-O, man.
Chesapeake.
Yeah, that's my dog, man. That's my
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, yeah.
Me and him got a song, that Bless the Genius produced. It's called We Ready. We're supposed to be shooting a video for it.
Okay.
So I got a lot of
Looking
shit
forward to
brewing
that.
up, bro. I just gotta, execute. So we looking to shoot the video first and then we was gonna drop it. Just doing a little different format for it. But Bless the Genius made the
Absolutely.
beat. Me and Steve-O, Peak City Steve-O is on that one. It's a dope track, man.
Yeah.
I'm doing a little
Good
bit of
brothers,
singing and
man. Good
stuff on
brothers.
the hook. It's a vibe, yeah. So
I met Steve O through working with Lady A because we both used to do a lot of Lady A shows.
right,
House of
that's a
Birth
good
joint.
dude, man. It's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. I mean, I work, at the hospital and stuff. It's just a small world, bro. I see his mom every day, bro. He came up to
Yeah.
the hospital. I'm like, bro, what are you doing up here? He said, this is my mom. I said, her? Bro, that's one of the nicest ladies. I've been there for 4 years. That's one of the nicest ladies I've ever met in the hospital, bro. Never even
Yeah.
knew that was his mom. So now we even more It's just crazy how, what I'm saying,
It's just
how
how
shit
things work,
connects,
bro.
man. It's just
Yeah.
it's just crazy, bro. So yeah, that was one of my favorite collabs, man, because I not to say I didn't expect him to come, but he came with it, you know what I'm saying? And we finally executed because we was talking about it for a while, and we didn't
Yeah.
even tell Bless I was coming to Bless studio, but I didn't tell Bless that I was coming there with him because he always records there, right? So I
Yeah.
didn't even tell Bless what I was doing. I said, Bless, I need an hour session. I come in, that's like me telling you I need an hour session. I come in there with your beat, and then I come in there with sick of somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Like, well, this is a
like,
surprise. Yeah.
right, right. So Bless looked at us like, huh? I'm like, yeah, we recording over your beat and it's gonna be me and him. So he was like, word, you know what I'm saying? So long story short, he's gonna be the one to shoot the visual for it and stuff. So yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So
I'm looking
yeah.
forward to hearing that. That's
Yeah,
going to
man.
be a fantastic
Yeah.
collaboration, like all yours, really. Um, I've always liked working with you, one because one, I mean, we met through a job.
Right,
We didn't meet in the studio, and we had energy and chemistry there. And then when
right.
it spilled over to the music, that just worked perfect. But like I said, I can work a song or I can do a song with someone I don't like, but people that I know that I have an actual affinity for, it always seems to be better anyway. And I've been blessed to not only, you know, like the mixtape stuff, the album stuff, because you've been on quite a bit of my projects. You on the last one that I dropped, the Tapestry, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll be on Tapestry too. You got that, and it's your song featuring the other two artists. So Black Tie Affair is a Money song featuring P Jens
Oh, word,
and
word, word,
the girl
word,
from Ghana, Love Ke, and that's pretty
word.
dope too. So now another thing you add on your fabulous resume, you got songs with international artists, bro. So it's like you can't. I just know that everything takes its time. You know, our time compared to Allah's time is not always in accordance. But
Yeah.
I do know that everything is going to work itself out, and the good people will get everything that not that they necessarily deserve, but everything that they worked for. Because
Right.
when you put the right energy and you work for it, it's going to come your way. But you just gotta wait. Just
Mm-hmm.
gotta wait for your time.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Patience is a virtue, man.
yes, it is.
I tell the young cats that all the time, man. Patience is a virtue, man. Yeah, definitely.
Got you. All right, so I'm not going to hold you up too much long because I know we have very busy lives. I'm going to ask you um, one last question. Um, kind of, how do you want to be remembered? Like, what do you want your impact on the game to be? Is it something where it's like, does it necessarily have to be massive? I know your answer probably isn't that, or are you just enjoying the fact that you made good music, people were able to enjoy it, and you were able to do something you love. What impact do you want to be able to leave on not only hip hop culture, the game, and people in general?
Um, oh man, just being able to inspire to aspire, aspire to inspire. Um, for instance, my fiance's son is 17, and I want to say I got him to start, but I got him to go into the studio. Long story short, he records on his own now, man. He makes his own music
Nice.
and things of that nature. So just being able to I'm always gonna be a sponge. So being able to be a sponge and soak it all in and then just spread it out wherever it's needed, man.
Yeah.
Just being one of them type of walking angels, man. You know what I'm saying? Being able to help out where people don't understand these things. If I'm able to open the door for them or help them understand better, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, just that there, man. Just that there, just being recognized and just knowing that I gave my all to music, and this is
Yeah.
always something that I did for the love. So whenever you seen money or heard money or money had a performance, just know I'm giving it 110%, man. You know,
Without a shadow of a doubt.
yeah. That's just always remember that part and just understand that I'm always gonna be high on energy, man. And, separating the real from the fake, man.
That's real. That's real. Um, you can check out all of his music. It's available on all the streaming services. You can find on Apple Music,
Right.
Spotify. We're looking forward to hearing the hip hop heist. I know it's going to be crazy. Um, you just had the show the other night on the ninth, wasn't it?
Yeah, shout out to G Man,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, we had
yeah.
the Conway show.
G
This is
Man show
actually
with
my
the
second
Conway
second.
show, man.
Yeah, it's my
I got
second
to be
time
honest.
opening for Conway, man. I done opened up for
Okay,
Stove God too, and Rome Streets as well, man. Yeah, I mean D-Lo, he's had a lot of influence and help with that. You know what I mean? We like I said,
nice.
we put each other on these things. So yeah, shout
It's
out
been it's been.
to
I
Drum
got to be
Work
honest.
Lucasel and
That lineup would have been a great show even without Conway.
Kalani.
Y'all, brother,
Bro, do
y'all
you
had
understand?
an
Bro,
official
do you
lineup.
when I pulled up, I told them that. I said to all of them, to Preem, to Sick, to Els,
Hells yeah.
all of them. I D-Lo, I told all of them. I said, yo, I'm like a kid in the candy store tonight, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like I know I'm performing, but bro, I'm a kid in the candy store today, bro. Like
It was
this is what I live for. This is like me going to a Jay-Z Nas show because that's what I look at my peers as. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like that shit was lovely, man. It was lovely,
and,
bro.
and and it was Barsmith too. It wasn't like You know how many times I've been stuck on, and no disrespect. I don't want to make it
Right,
sound disrespectful, but I've been
right,
stuck in a card with nothing but trap artists or artists that don't do kind of the same thing I do, and I feel I get love from the crowd, but it's not the same. When you if you came to that show and expected anything but niggas spitting, you should have not came because there was you had guys that knew how to chop the wood on that show. You know what I mean?
bro,
And that
bro.
was
I
just
was I was so excited, man. I was just like I said, man, just being a fan, man. I knew everybody was gonna bring it. And that was one of them times where I really like. I don't necessarily give a fuck about the lineup, but I know they
yeah,
don't tell us when we going. But that night, I was just like, it don't even matter. Shit, I can
yeah,
go first. I can go last. Either way, I'm gonna be here for all the performances. So shit, put me wherever.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? That was one of the first nights I can
absolutely,
actually say it don't matter where the fuck you put me at. I know what's
yeah,
going on, and it's heat coming every time. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
it was a dope vibe, man. I gotta It's
It was
crazy you say that because I gotta put together my little recap, man. I did a little recap video that I need to put out and shit. So
okay. Yeah, definitely. Let people see that. Give
yeah.
the people your social media so they can check you in, check in
Oh
with you.
yes.
Let them know.
Follow me on I had to switch my IG. It got hacked, man. Pardon me, but it's underscore ITS. It's money MUNEE. And let me backtrack a little bit. Money, man. Money. Motivated, underestimated, never expected excellence. That's why I spell it MUNEE. Obviously,
Nice.
I'm motivated by money, but that's the acronym for it. Motivated,
Yes.
underestimated, never expected excellence. But yeah, you can follow
Fantastic.
me underscore ITSMUNEE. On Twitter it's still MUNEEETP. Yeah, man, and the music is on all streaming platforms, man. I got a lot of new stuff coming, man. I appreciate you having me here, man, and doing the
Of
interview, bro.
course.
Love is love. You already know the
Without a shadow of a
interesting
doubt.
questions. You throwing me off. I like to be caught off guard, so I appreciate
Gotcha.
the,
Gotcha.
the questions that you asked, man. It was dope, bro. Real dope.
Yeah. Well, you are first guest, first of many. We got a lot of great shows coming up. I'll go
Right,
over that in a bit, but I just wanted to holler at you. Well, first, before foremost, give you your flowers and just um talk to a good brother. Like I said, even outside of music, you know what I
right.
mean. Like you're a decent human being, a good brother,
Mhm.
good friend, and I love to see you become the success and the man that you are. I love to see that the father that you are. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the important things. Not to mention how you've always looked out for mine. You know what I mean? Whether it be Dana, Assad, or you know kids.
That's the family, man. They're my
Yeah,
dogs, man. All of them, man.
whenever something's wrong, they know he's that Uncle Easy. They know when Eric's around. So it's like
Yeah,
that's the important stuff in life.
facts,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
Yep.
So I want to give you a major piece and shout out. We can't wait for all the new stuff to come out. Please, everybody, be on the lookout for it.
Yeah,
Um, oh, I gotta ask you one more question. This one,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this one wasn't. This wasn't even one I thought about, but being that we weren't in the podcast studio, so really we can't do a producer showcase today because I have nothing to play the music on.
Right.
I just want to and we mentioned it a little bit earlier talking about producers, but we are blessed in this area. No jokes aside, for the amount of super talented producers
There's
that are
there's
around.
no other state. There's no disrespect. I mean, there's no bias involved. Like, I'm one of them people that can keep it 100. And I know
Yeah,
you are too. When we talking about shit like this, keep the opinions out, man. These are just facts, man.
facts.
There is no other state producer wise that can compete with Virginia.
No, without a shadow, and that's at every level. That's not just
All I gotta
independent
do is
level.
I can name two people and you can go ahead and go find whoever you want to find.
Yeah,
Teddy Riley and Pharrell.
Teddy, dude. The thing is, let's
That's
say,
that's it. I ain't gotta say nothing else.
not gonna say no, and then let's say if you more a person that's like more underground, or you're more or specifically generalized music, I could say another two. I could say Knots and Bink, and then tell you to go to hell.
That's not fair. That's why I didn't want to include them. It's not. This is what I'm saying. Ke is
Yeah,
not fair.
bro.
I gave you the Pharrell in it because
And notice
that's
we
like
didn't
the
even say
start of it.
Timberland or Missy Elliott, bro.
That's the start of it, and then the Lex Luger. Like, come on, man.
Lex Luger.
No, man.
Come on, man.
Like I said, man. This is all
Point
in one
guard.
state, man. Point
Too
guard.
high.
This is all in one
Illian
state, man.
Roswell. Like
Man,
these guys are everywhere. Like big shout because they know they're doing a show out there
right,
in California soon. Illian
right.
Roswell, not sick is gonna be there. So it's like we branched across the world, letting them know what we got here, man. We got
Yeah,
producers galore.
galore.
Not and you know,
Crazy, right? Now that you think about it, it's crazy, right?
it blows
It's
my
nuts.
mind why we just haven't centralized. And I don't know. I don't understand that. It's not for me to understand, I guess, or maybe we all got to get on the same accord, because there's no way you can have this much talent within the radius that we have, and that's not even going up as far as Richmond. I'm talking about, and we don't sometimes we don't have to go to the South Side, because there's a lot of times South Side artists and Peninsula artists don't even really gel with one another or know about each other a lot. Now, when I first came back from Philly and I came to Virginia working out, and this was like whew, 99, 2000, like almost all of my shows were heading off, because that's where everybody was doing it. So like I was doing shows with like Junipers and similar to RBG, and we're doing like etymology, and then on this side we're doing Fuzzy Wednesdays and Wipeout Eddies and all these different places where you got a chance to see some super talented people. Like we have just I could run off a list of 100 people that I don't think any other area could even come close to, and it blows my mind. But our time will come. It always will, and it just meant when it's our time, like you were talking about your boy D'Angelo Xavier. If you stay prepared, you don't have to worry about being prepared when the opportunity comes. And we got it. We got it here. We got it here. We have tons of fantastic artists, tons of fantastic MCs, producers, um, singers. So
All that.
shout out to everybody here in Virginia. Shout out to all the Jersey artists as well. Please
Mm-hmm.
check out that soundtrack. It's dope. I'll put the link on once it's all gone. We'll link it with the because like once we finish the live stream, it goes automatically works up the YouTube thing. So I'll
Okay.
drop that with the link on all the social medias later.
Yeah.
Um, Once again, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Um, Almost had an hour conversation. It was great. We usually try to keep it right between 50 to an hour, but I mean, it's you. I could talk to you for like 5 hours, but I know nobody's gonna sit and watch that. So definitely appreciate you. Also, shout out to my DJ Storyteller. Hope you get better, bro. Sorry that you weren't able to be here, but he still did all the late work because this is his information. He had to send me his stuff,
Yeah.
passwords,
Shout out to
login.
DJ Storyteller, man. We
Yeah,
hope
so
you
he
feel
did what he
better,
had to
bro.
do. I hope you get better, bro. And we'll definitely get back again. We got a lot of things coming up. Like I said, our next show was going to be August 6th. That guest is going to be no other than the Wolf God himself, Sick Mike. Hopefully, and that one's going to be
Wolf
in the
God, what's
podcast
up, boy?
studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? August 13th, we're gonna have Richie Rich on the show.
Okay. Shout out to him.
Okay.
I know who that is. Shout out to
Yeah,
him.
so, yeah,
He dope. He dope
the
too. Yeah.
yeah, he's dope. On the 20th, we're gonna have an artist named Merkaba. He's
Okay.
also been on my projects. Yeah, he's a Wu affiliate. You know, he's super close with Killer Priest,
Okay.
and he's doing just dropping a bunch of good music with Rico James. They got those mighty gems, righteous gemstones
Okay.
um, joints dropping. Um, we got a bunch of other people gonna be on shortly. September, we're gonna have uh young artist out of Boston. Haters Make Me Famous. I got a song with him. He's popping off his album about to drop. And then we got Dave Slims Glover on September 17th. He is a promoter, producer, director out of New York City. I've done shows for him in New York, and just another really good guy to know and be able to collaborate with, especially because I got artists that I've done shows with in New York or other thing. So let's say we want to start building our own thing and start putting together our own tours. He's a good guy to know so we can easily be accessible in the cities that he's in as well. So the podcast is about all genres. I know it seems like it's going to be heavy hip hop because I'm a hip hop artist. DJ Storyteller band his hip hop, but we want all artists to come. So hit us up. You can actually link his now like on our Sound Spectrum page on IG, and that's the Sound Spectrum, and it's going to be the underscore sound underscore spectrum underscore podcast at Instagram. And
Okay.
send us your comments. Let us know your feedback, good or bad. Let us know about guests you want to see on there. If you are an artist that you were looking to get on the show, let us know as well. but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank you, Money, for your time, always
Yeah,
your
man.
energy.
I want to thank y'all for allowing me to be the first artist, man. I'm gonna come back too, man. I want to come to the podcast, when y'all
Oh,
in there
absolutely.
too
So
as
we can
well.
sit
So
down
yeah, yeah,
and show everybody the
yeah.
professionals how it looks and all that
Look,
good.
look, look. This could be the Jersey edition. I could, I've been in Virginia for a while, so we could do a Virginia edition too, man.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know what
And
I
you're
mean?
always more than welcome, man, because like I
For
said, you're my
sure.
brother and I love you. Um,
Love you back, bro. Love you back, man.
all right. Appreciate you. Everybody, hope you enjoyed it. Go out there and listen to all what Money has to offer. Listen to what I have to offer. You can look me up at Guy K or Kalani Elijah.
KE, yes, sir.
That's right. And everyone that we talked about on this episode, from D'Angelo Xavier, Sick Mike, TZ So Dope,
Yeah,
anybody that you heard us speak, grab their stuff, man, because we surround ourselves with dopeness because dopeness is a part of our DNA and it
right.
attracts everybody around us. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So keep loving hip hop. Keep loving all music genres. If you're a rock artist, Spanish artist, somebody like that, you want an
Tap in.
opportunity to get your stuff out,
Tap in.
like I said, let us
Tap
know. I
in.
love rock music. I love
Yeah.
all music. And I sample everything. So
Yep.
trust me. Hip hop is encompassed by all music because hip hop music is the child of all music genres.
The child of
You
all
understand?
music genres. Talk, talk,
That's right.
talk.
So that's why it's important for us to get to know each other, politic, for us to interact and connect and network with one another
For sure.
because we'll enter the game stronger that way.
Right. That's a
And
fact.
on that note, I want to quickly say thank you to the Most High for allowing me another day, allowing everything to keep going as not necessarily planned, but as it goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm keep fighting. We all keep fighting. Once again, Dave, I hope you feel better. This show was for you. Money, I appreciate you. God bless you and your family, man. Tell the twins and little mama I said what's
Yeah,
up.
they out here. The twins out here wilding on the backyard, man.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just
But
don't
that's what
know.
they supposed to do, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
thing. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
thing to see one brothers exceeding every expectation.
Trying, man. Trying, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your guidance along the way, bro.
Hey, all it's easy to guide someone who already has all the right stuff in them, bro.
Yeah. Big
You know what I'm
love, man.
saying?
Big
So
love.
shout out to everybody. We'll catch y'all next time. August 6th is the next show. Got the Wolf God on there.
Yeah.
DJ Storyteller will be back. Hopefully, as we continue on, we'll have call-in segments and everything else. But one love to everybody. Much blessings to everyone, and y'all go out and have a wonderful weekend. Okay?
Yes, sir. Big love, bro. Be easy, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Peace.